Am I the asshole for not allowing alcohol? I have a pool and agreed to host the 4th of July celebration for our family, because no one else really has a nice space. I've always been of a mind that alcohol plus water don't mix. Alcohol contributes to numerous drownings every year. There will be several small children present at this event, some of whom can't swim. I'm not signing up to babysit everyone else's kids. I told everybody if they come to my party they can't bring alcohol and got huge pushback. I said fine, that I can just close the pool instead. They don't want that either. I suggested someone else host. No one volunteered. I'm getting a lot of pushback from people saying you have to drink on the 4th of July and people saying I'm a killjoy and a fun vampire. I feel I have presented 3 reasonable options. Option 1, no alcohol. Option 2, no pool. Option 3, don't come to my house. My family are all pissed and even my wife says I'm being too strict and we could compromise by disallowing hard liquor but letting people drink beer. I don't really see how that's a solution though. Am I a fun vampire? Update. I retracted my offer to host. There will be no pool party. They can get drunk wherever they like, but my pool will be locked up and my family is gonna go watch fireworks. I'm so sick of entitled people. Not the asshole. Back when I was a lifeguard, I used to work private events like this for the exact reason you are concerned op. Adults wanted to have fun, fair, kids were present, pool was open. Easy solution was to throw some cash and a burger at an 18-year-old to watch the kids. Not the asshole. Your house, your rules. Could you have a portion of time for swimming, no alcohol, then close the pool and then allow people to drink around dinner time? Op. Not the asshole but you need to cancel hosting the party. It's a given, by the way they're all acting, that these people are planning to bring alcohol no matter what you say. You won't be able to stop it, if everyone is just blatantly drinking, and there will be crazy drama when you inevitably start throwing people out of your house because of it. Kids will be crying, adults will be shouting, cops are going to get called, it will be a hot mess. Tell him the fun vampire has spoken, there shall be no 4th of July celebration at your house. As a former peds nurse, I can get behind your desire to not have drowning kiddos, people. Edit. Not the asshole. Info. Does your family have a history of getting stupid drunk? Because my vote really depends on that. If you know your family are going to get trashed and messy, then I see your point, but if your family is more the type to just have a couple of drinks while sitting around and no one is going to get messy, then I think it's a little much. The audacity of people wanting to use you and your stuff but not have to abide by your rules. Not the asshole. And personally? As a surgical trauma ICU nurse, thank you for being responsible. I work this weekend and the 4th, and I know it's going to be a fucking shit show of blown off limbs and MVCs because it is every 4th of July. Am I the asshole for telling my Sil that I don't want to babysit my godson for a while? So my sister-in-law, Sil, is currently living with me and my mother. I am staying at my mom's at the moment because it's a summer break and I am working at her small business. Sil and his son, my nephew and godson, are living with us too because they and my brother were living 6 years in another country and just now moved back in. So they don't have a place of their own yet. My brother is working his last months in another country. My nephew is 2 and I love him very much but I really don't like kids in general, especially toddlers. OFC I am never rude or mean to any kid and I try to be nice and caring as good as I can. However I am an introvert and after a long day working with costumers I really need some time alone, in quiet. It's also my summer break and I had very hard and stressful year in my uni. Like really I have never been this burned out mentally. So I need this break to relax because the next year is going to be even harder. To the issue. I try to help my Sil as much as I can with my nephew. I play with him, feed, bath, clean and watch him every day. And if she asks me to watch him for 2-3 so she can go to the store or for a bike ride I always say, yes. However lately I have been really tired and wanting some alone time so I can do some projects of my own. But I can do it with my nephew running around, he is very needy and little spoiled. So my Sil got used to my presence and sometimes just leaves without telling me or asking if I can babysit him. She is gone sometimes for 4-H. After a while I tried to gently tell her to stop doing that and that she can't just leave me with her child. She got upset with me, telling that she is very tired as well and she wants a break. The next day she left again and I was alone with him for 3-H and I missed a movie with my friends. I was so upset and angry. The next day I had day off my work and I stayed the whole day in my room painting and reading. When I got downstairs to get something to eat, my Sil told me that she is leaving to see her friends. I said, no, and that I can't watch her son today. She got upset and tried to guilt-trip me, but I stood my ground. She got angrier and I told her that he is not my child and I am tired of watching him and that I don't want to watch him today or tomorrow or the day after that. We argued and I ended up leaving the house and went to my friends. My mother and my other sister heard about our argument and said that AITA. Because as a godmother I have more responsibility to watch and raise my nephew. Then I told them that I refuse my title as a godmother if that's the case, and now everyone is even more mad at me. So AITA? Sorry for my English, I tried my best. Update 1. Thank you all for telling me I am not the asshole. I already thought that I lost my mind because they were so mad at me and I didn't get why. My brother called me and apologized for Sil and said that he will talk to her. I just got home and my mom also apologized and said that it isn't right to put so much pressure on me. She also thanked me for all the help and work I have been doing around the house and at work. It felt nice. Sil is not talking to me. Not the asshole. Not your kid, not your problem. If your family is so upset about it, then they can give up 4 hours a day to babysitting. Not the asshole. So, I thought the godparents were basically the people who the parents entrusted them to in the event of their death. So, is Sil a zombie or what? You watching the kids on occasion is a kindness. But if they want someone at their beck and call, it sounds like they need to either ask your mother and other sister. Or hire a f***ing babysitter. Just because you are in the same house doesn't make you free childcare. Do you know who has even more responsibility to watch the kid than the godmother? The actual mother, or father. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Stand your ground and do not babysit anymore. She is using you. NTA. Guesses are, they nominated you godmother for this exactly reason. Take advantage of you and then throw it on your face whenever you refuse to. Not the asshole. Not your kid, not your responsibility. Godmother or not, she has been taking advantage of you. Your priority right now is getting through uni. She can take her kid with her to the friend's house. I'd question that a bit more. I seriously doubt that she dumps the baby on your brother to go out that much. What does he say about all of this? Am I the asshole for refusing to change my wedding date to accommodate my fiancé's son? Update. Whoa, I didn't expect this to blow up as it did. I have been reading all the comments and I realized I need to be more considerate of other people's perspectives, especially Peter's. However, I'm now quite upset with my fiancé because he hid Peter from me until I was pregnant with our first daughter. I'm also worried he might leave me and my children. I might push the wedding back a year because I need answers from Brian. And #X200B. Original post. My fiancé, Brian, 43M, and I, 41F, are planning to get married next year. The wedding will be pretty low-key, so we have set a date but not booked a venue or sent out invites yet. The reason I chose this specific date is because it would have been my mum's 75th birthday if she hadn't passed 2 years ago, and I am devastated she won't see me get married. For context, Brian and I have 2 daughters together and he also has a son, Peter, 22M, from a previous relationship. Brian and Peter's mum did not have a healthy relationship. They separated when Peter was 13. He stayed with his mum and did not have any contact with Brian. However, with the wedding coming up, Brian wanted to reconnect with Peter, so reached out to him online a year and a half ago. Peter replied and the two of them met up a few times, but they are not close at all. Peter is a student and because he has a mental illness he claims to be unable to hold down a job whilst studying. When Brian heard this he offered to give him money, also in part because he feels guilty for not being present during Peter's teenage years. Apparently he did not have a good time living with his mother. Now my fiancé is giving Peter £300 a month which could have gone towards our own daughters. I strongly suspect Peter is only maintaining a relationship with Brian for the money. It's always Brian who has to message first and initiate meetups. Yesterday, Brian asked me to move the wedding because Peter is not available on the date we've picked. I got upset, saying that this date means a lot to me and if the wedding meant anything to Peter then surely he could have moved whatever other commitment he has that day. Brian accused me of not caring about him and his family, which is obviously not true. I said the things I wrote in my post about Peter just wanting money and not giving 2 hoots about Brian, which made Brian even more upset and he ended up telling me to get out of the house, so I'm staying with my sister now. We have never had an argument this big. Am I the asshole? Edit. The reason Peter can't come to the wedding is because his GF's family has a big gathering abroad every 5 years and he is going to that. Seems like we are not his priority. Edit number 2. We live in the UK where you're legally obliged to pay child support. Brian doesn't owe Peter anything in that regard. I did an online calculator and according to that it was around £450 per month. Edit number 3. I picked my wedding date before Peter's GF's family planned their holiday. Peter knew when the wedding would be, then his girlfriend invited him on holiday and he literally cancelled on us. Getting married on your dead mother's birthday is insane. You are guaranteeing from the get-go that your anniversary will always be a memorial to your grief instead of a celebration of you and your spouse's love. My husband and I specifically set a date far away from his late father's birthday or the anniversary of his passing for this exact reason. This is a weird and uncomfortable memorial concept, and yes, you are the asshole for prioritizing dead family members over living ones. I'm gonna say there's not enough info to give a judgment as I seen a lot of people say it feels very one-sided and I feel leaving out info idky. Edit. I'm gonna change my answer to you are the asshole. I'm going with you are the asshole. It does not sound at all as though this is really about your wedding date. I mean, you haven't even booked anything or sent invites so the date does not even matter. This sounds 100% like you simply not personally liking your fiancé's son and you not wanting them to have any kind of relationship. If you love this man and really want a future together you should try to find a way past your problem with Peter because if you keep trying to put a wedge between them, well, most parents are always going to put their kids first. Edited to add. Jesus op enough with the fucking edits trying to redeem yourself. You chose to post here, perhaps just accept that you are overwhelmingly the asshole here. Honestly leaning towards you being the a-hole but it's only cause this story feels one-sided. For example, does Brian give his son money but not do anything to financially support the kids you guys had together? Brian accused me of not caring about him and his family which is obviously not true. Is it obvious? I do not have a deceased parent so I cannot speak to that but depending on your beliefs your mother will be there no matter what the date is. Also could talk to Peter directly and that might help. Edit. Based on updates below changed from not enough I to you are the asshole. Now my fiancé is giving Peter chapter 300 a month which could have gone towards our own daughters. Just by saying that alone you are the asshole H. Peter is his son too and deserves to be a priority in your fiancé's life just as much as your daughters are. You don't even have a venue booked or have sent out invites you can easily change the date. You are the asshole. Having the anniversary be your mother's birthday is honestly a little odd in addition to selfish. This is your stepson. The only thing you have picked is the date, so it's not gonna cost you anything to change it. Am I the asshole for getting petty with money? My 30 female partner, 45 male, is mad at me and I need some outside perspective. My stepdaughter, 14 and B, who I will call Sasha, moved in with us from across the country, in some bad circumstances about 4 months ago. Mum has blocked the child and my partner 3 days after she got here. I have 2 boys, 9 and 10. Partner and I have been together about 2 years. I am the sole income earner for the 5 of us. That's the background. My sons go to a private school, very low cost thankfully. Costs me about $3,000 a year for both of them, uniforms, booklist and school fees. We recently were able to get Sasha into the school. Sasha didn't particularly want to go because she has her own style, but partner insisted as he is concerned about bullying in public schools. Cost about $3,000 for this year because high school is more expensive. Sasha has bad teeth. I think she's beautiful regardless but it is a huge self-esteem issue for her. I booked the orthodontist, so far it's cost $280 for consultations. Next is about $500 for some teeth removals, then $8,000 plus for the actual braces. I want to make it clear, I don't mind paying this. If this will help her love herself and feel more confident, I am 100% in, hence why I was the one to book everything. I recently noticed Sasha has pretty bad dandruff, looks like snow on her scalp. I mentioned to partner maybe we should get her some anti-dandruff shampoo but in a subtle way. She has never mentioned it before and I wasn't about to bring it up in case it knocked her confidence. We were at the shops today getting shampoo for my terribly damaged hair, and it was about $12 a bottle, so $24 for shampoo and conditioner on special for half price. Partner found anti-dandruff shampoo but it was $15 a bottle, not on special. I said I'm not spending $30 on haircare when she hasn't even said it bothers her, we can wait until it's on special. He said why do I get to spend almost the same on my hair because you can't even tell the difference if I buy cheap or not. I got kind of hurt because I'm trying my best here, and I buy decent hair products for myself once every 3 months because I'm careful about the amount I use. So I kind of snapped and said, braces are costing me 3 years of school for the boys. I'm not spending $30 on something Sasha doesn't give a F about. My partner took that as I'm being stingy with money and that I don't care about Sasha as much as my own children. He said I'm an asshole because she needs braces and me refusing to pay $30 more on something else she needs is petty. I can't tell if I'm being a BTCH or not because I'll admit, the braces are a huge hit. $30 does make a difference, especially if she goes through at the same rate she goes through her normal shampoo and conditioner. Edit. A lot of people have asked why he isn't working and we agreed originally that him being a stay-at-home dad would be more cost-effective. It hasn't really worked in my favor because I still cook meals and clean the house. My kids, Sasha included, do their own washing and clean their own dishes, feed the animals etc. Normal chores for kids. It's something me and partner are actually in counseling for because I feel a significant weight with work and home, but he always says he can never match me because I work full-time and there isn't 40 hours worth of work in the house a week. I still sign permission slips, email the school for all kidlets, sign diaries, do homework, make lunch boxes and clean after work or on the weekends. I think my reaction was out of frustration and this is a deeper issue and not about finances. Reading the comments has made me rethink a few things and I'll be trying to have a conversation about things with him when he gets back from fishing. Not the asshole. You have only been with your partner for 2 years and you're the sole income earner. You're supporting him and his child, paying for private school and braces. It makes sense that you're starting to get resentful. I think you need to have a conversation about finances, income, and supporting his own child. This is only going to get worse over time. He needs to pull his own weight. Or at the very least needs to get child support from the child's mother. This child has 2 parents and neither of them can be bothered to support them. Girl. He is 15 years older than you. You are the sole breadwinner, and you carry all the mental load in cooking, cleaning. What does he actually contribute besides chauffeuring your boys? You can get a nanny, babysitter who would be of more help. You have been with this man for 2 years, and he has made you the sole breadwinner and chef, maid. You are only 30, you have so much life left to live. Don't waste it taking care of this man. You and your boys deserve significant much more than this. You deserve someone who will be a true partner and actually support you and your family. Not the asshole. If she hasn't mentioned it then it's not bothering her and you're already doing so much for her. Your boyfriend needs to get a job to help support the family. Fellow Aussie here, is he on C-Link or contributing nothing? Also if he's not working then he can look into scholarships or sponsoring at the school to cover her fees. Regarding braces, please shop around. I was quoted just over $14,000 for my sons, shopped around and got them for $7,000 and his teeth are perfect. There isn't 40 hours worth of work in the house a week. How would he know, seeing you do it all? Why doesn't this man have a job? Not the asshole. Not the asshole. There are so many posts with a younger sole-earning partner supporting a much older deadbeat partner and I don't understand how this was acceptable from the start. The guy has a kid and no job? So he hasn't been paying child support for his kid for the entirety of your relationship? No wonder his ex dumped the kid on you and blocked him. Please consider if he actually adds anything to your life.